Good morning, guys. Excuse the sleepy head, but we are up. It's Monday. It's 5 days out from the British finals, and peak week is well and truly started. And today we are beginning the carb up. So, if you watched my video yesterday, you would have seen that we are, and I was probably talking about it in the last few vlogs, but we're taking a new approach. Rather than eating heavy, say the few days before the show, we're eating heavy the start of the week and pulling things back and holding. And what we've kind of figured this out from the last show in terms of the look after the few days of carb loading, and then kind of pulling back down to lower food and washing off a little bit of water and still being full. And just before we kind of start to get flat, there's a bit more dryness there. And then obviously if you add an extra meal or two, you'll bring that fullness back without kind of blurring the lines or detail. So our plan now is to kind of mimic that approach this week, which means it's a much easier approach, and kind of you can kind of, like, I suppose, walk into the show and kind of get things where you need to be by Thursday, Friday, and then just hold things and manipulate. And obviously I'm on stage Saturday evening around 5 o'clock. So even if we wake up, say Saturday morning a touch flat, you're only a couple of meals, a bit of water and some sodium away from being full, because we would have the look kind of refined by Thursday, Friday. So that is the approach. So today I'm going to bring you through my meals. The first part of this video, I wanted to show you what foods I'm using to carb up on, and I will put the meals and macros in. Obviously tomorrow and Wednesday could be the exact same, so I try not to just show the same thing every day. Obviously today we're doing a push session, tomorrow is pull, and then we have an upper on Wednesday. So the training will be some clips in there that'll all be a little bit different, but we're only training to literally 2 reps in reserve, so we're not trying to get any inflammation in muscle. We're literally training to a point of just chasing a pump, really, and helping the body soak up these carbs. My legs are actually in bits from Saturday's session. Even though I tried not to push it a failure, there was a couple of sets where I probably went maybe a rep too much, but we have the weekend. It was probably no harm, given that the last few weeks there was a string of shows, no real proper leg day, so it was nice to get a good session in. And I had an Epsom salt bath and a nap yesterday. Obviously had that IV infusion and I'm quite fresh, and sleep then has kind of cut up post Olympia now as well. So tonight I'll be in bed early, try to get 6-7 hours now at least every week or every night this week. And then when I get over to the UK on Thursday, I can just chill, nap, eat and freshen up into the show. So without rambling on, I'm going to show you what foods I'm using to carb up on. So mainly keeping it simple, sticking to the foods I've been eating normally on my diet, the foods I enjoy. Obviously not a carb up without some rice pudding, so that would be kind of the staple, and rice is my staple between rice pudding, jasmine rice, which I have in 2 of my meals today, and I've got 4 rice pudding meals. And I will, for a texture change and just for a little bit of extra volume that I'm hungry at the start of the week, I will use a little bit of cream of rice in some of the meals, just for a change up. Rice pudding is the goat, but it is unbelievable in the off season because it's so easy to eat. When you're starving at the back end of the prep, it's nice to have a little bit of extra volume that comes with cream of rice, and just for texture change as well. But so they're the 3 kind of main. It's just rice is the main base, and then alongside that then you've got some fruit, and the reason you have fruit in there is to replenish liver fructose, and obviously it's high GI carbs, which is easily absorbed and helps replenish glycogen very quickly. So bananas, a big staple, full of potassium, very good for carbing up on. Dates as well, which I would go between date syrup and normal dates, so it's easy as well. If you have 100 grams of dates and you pour out your dates and it comes to 84, rather than breaking off bits of dates, you can just squeeze on 16 grams of date syrup, and there's your 100 grams. So, and it just adds a little bit of like sweet honey kind of texture. We have obviously got some honey as well. I've got some raw honey. I've also got some local honey there from a local hive, and then we've got some mango and blueberries. So that's kind of the fruit base, which will help replenish the liver glycogen, which then helps all the other carbs be shuttled and stored in the muscle as well. main fat sources then realistically is just really peanut butter, and obviously whatever fat is in my beef, which I have in 2 of my meals today, and I'm using low fat 3% beef mince. So there's obviously minimal fat in that compared to your normal 10% or 5%, but there's still a little bit of fat in there. And then if we need to add extra fat in, say, tomorrow or the following day, I will maybe switch some of my beef to salmon as well, but I'll let Alan make that call, and we might even probably use that when we pull down carbs the back end of the week, just to hold things, because the extra fat in there will help hold, especially after glycogen is kind of stored and we're back full. So that is the main thing. And then obviously with that, we've got, that's our protein and our fats, and then we also have our whey protein, which I kind of mix up between all these. I've got banana milk, I have hazelnut nougat flavour, I've also got vanilla milk there, and then my favourites are whey, or the designer whey coconut almond flavour, and I have a big bag here of cinnamon cereal. Them 2 flavours are the goat, and the I think next week on ESN as well, cinnamon cereal is now being sold as an ISO whey as well. So that whey isolate obviously has a little bit less fat. We don't mind that there's a little bit of fat in a few of these meals, because obviously our fats need to be high, around 100 grams during this process as well. Some people fat load first with no carbs and then add in the carbohydrates with little fat, while we have the approach of literally fats and carbs together, and that helps it hold and stick with me, with my physique. So that really is the plan, guys. Protein will obviously be coming down from my normal 350, 360 grams per day to around 280, because obviously there is trace amounts of protein in some of the foods and rice and that, and obviously that is increasing. So we'll just allow a slight pull down in protein. So rather than 40, 50 grams away in some of my meals, now it's pretty much 30. My beef is probably down from 250 to 200. And then obviously we'll assess the back end of the week. So they are the foods, guys. I will bring you through each meal probably. I might do the further breakdown of the meals properly tomorrow, and let this kind of be more about what foods I'm using, how I make maybe some of my meals tomorrow as well, and it's not that it's the same thing every day, and I'll bring you through each meal so you'll see the whole week. I'm going to hopefully have good Wi-Fi in the UK as well, so I can keep the vlogs coming daily. So this is day 1 of the front load carb load for the last week of prep. So we will catch you at meal 1 in a bit. I'm going to finish cooking my meals, head out for some steps. Then we are going to have meal 1 and head to the gym to train some push. I am fucking excited. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, and also still massive deals on ESN this week. To everyone who's using my code, thank you for the support. Please continue to do so. Code McGee, and yeah, let's fucking eat. Meal 1 finally, guys, and it's fucking 9 o'clock. I plan to eat around 8:30, but I wanted to get a good bit of work done because it's a short week traveling to the UK this week. So I got loads done this morning. Got about 2 hours work done. Got about 5,000 steps done, and now we are ready to eat. I'm going in now, just going to train. Al is still in Poland because he was over there for the weekend for the pro qualifier, so he has not seen me this morning. So I've checked in with him obviously earlier, and I'm just going to head to Ben Dunn's, which is just around the corner from my office, get in an hour push session, and then be able to get into the office for the rest of the day. So we are about to have meal 1, guys. And I will put the breakdown of the meal here, but it is 120 grams of rice pudding, 30 grams of whey, 50 grams of dates, 120 grams of blueberries, 100 grams of banana, 30 grams of nut butter and some cinnamon, and 1.8 grams of salt, and a nice black coffee to wash it down, and then all my supplements from ESN and a few other bits, including Super Draw. So that is meal 1 of the carb load. I'm going to enjoy this, watch YouTube for 10 minutes, and then it is time to get to the gym and get into work for the rest of the day. So I will catch you guys. I might record a small bit in the gym, and then I will chat more then at meal 2. Thanks, guys. Right guys, we are finally at the gym, and I had to change my hoodie because I dribbled blueberries all down myself. They were so fucking good. We are just about to have, of course, 2 scoops of Crank Pump Pro Cherry. So we're going to get this in. We have 150 grams of carbs in this from this morning. I'm also going to take a cheeky 5 units of insulin, and we are going to have 40 grams of cyclic dextrin intra-workout as well. So we're going to shuttle some carbs around, get a little bit of a pump. I still think this morning's pump is going to be quite shit, but I'm looking forward to tomorrow morning going in for a pull session in the HQ, and Alan then will have a look at me after then. Make sure that we run the high day as planned, but we should be a little bit more back to life tomorrow after a full day of eating, a sleep, a pre-workout meal, some training. So yeah, all is good. So get this session done. Should only take me about 50 minutes, I would say. Literally 3 chest exercises, 3 shoulders. I might even do 4 chest, 2 shoulders, or 3 shoulders and 2 tricep or something like that. I kind of run my similar program, but I don't normally train here. It's not a bad gym. It has all hammer strength, so there's bits and pieces, but I'm only getting a pump today. So literally get this in, neck my Crank Pump Pro Cherry, best flavour. Oh, so good. Code McGee, of course, on ESN. And we shall chat to you at meal 2, which I will probably have around 11:30, 12 at the desk in work. Stick on YouTube for 10 minutes, get a little bit of a work break, and enjoy some grub. So yeah, if you're getting very excited now, got lots of work done this morning. So I'm kind of getting ahead of myself because I am traveling on Thursday afternoon, so I have time to pack and get organised in the morning, which is good. But on Wednesday I have a busy day. I think I'm getting a massage, I'm going to get an infrared sauna and do an ice bath, and I'm also getting a haircut as usual, get this mullet tidied up, and then it is literally get organised, good night's sleep, and then travel to the UK. So we've got probably 3 high days before that, all dependent. I think today and tomorrow will be quite similar, and then it'll all depend on how everything is progressing. Then from Wednesday morning, I'll be looking at me every day. So I will catch you guys at meal 2 in a bit. I might show some clips here, like I said, from the gym, just show you what I'm doing, like I kind of always do, just a few snippets, and then we will just continue the day of eating. So as always guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you in a bit. Session done, just about. Could feel a pump by the end, but we were still super flat, nearly flat to a point. You look soft, especially in this lighting, but here we are anyway. Alright guys, we're in for meal 2 finally. Busy morning. Obviously that session was, kind of felt like I got a pump down at the end. I think I took a little video in the changing room after, but could feel like a little bit of a muscle kind of getting hard towards the end, but just one of them sessions that still had a good actual session itself. But Even took off my top there and I just put back on my jumper because I was just like, holy fuck, I am flat. But new detail there, even checking in the change room, and so very happy where we're at. Now I am on to meal 2, guys, which is, we are taking 5 IU of insulin here, have my water for the day, my decaf coffee, vape of course, and here we've got, I actually left my fucking rice pudding in the fridge, my 100 grams made up, so I'll have that later and I'll just add to it. So then I had to go buy a bowl in Mr. Price, and then now I'm having my rice pudding hot because obviously I always have a stock up in here and work anyway from the off season. So we've got 100 grams of rice pudding, 150 grams of blueberries, 80 grams of dates, 20 grams of honey, 30 grams of nut butter, cinnamon, 1.8 grams of pink salt, and yeah, I think that's it. I'll have the macros down below there, about another 150, 180 grams of carbs or so, and we are going to get stuck into this. A few more bits to do before a call at 3, so I'll squeeze in a meal around 2:30, get that call, a couple of hours work, and hopefully be home then at 6 for meal 5. I'll squeeze in meal 4 in here in the office probably as well, and I will, as I said, go through all the meals today, and then tomorrow. This evening I might actually prep some and kind of change it up over the vlogs. But honestly guys, comments below, what do you want to see during these peak week vlogs? Don't be posting the same shit different day, but that's kind of what this is. So anything at all you want to see, anything you want to ask, I can touch on it in these videos as well along the way. But getting very excited now about the look and the level of condition and detail that's there, and just excited to fill it up now a little bit. So we're probably going to push things to nearly that point where we're spilling, and then, as I said, we'll drop off the water the last few days. So the plan now is to get fully loaded, then let the water come off, rather than being fully loaded and then trying to suck that water off. But we've got them few days to taper then and bring a really sharp look. So get this into me guys, and I will catch you at meal number 3. Time for meal 3 guys, and we're just gonna take a little break here and watch this for 15 minutes because I have a call at 3, so perfect timing. I'm about halfway through my 7.5 litres for the day, and we have, and I also forgot my beetroot today, so I left my beetroot and my post-workout cream rice in the fridge. So we've got some asparagus and green beans, still keeping, because of 2 meat meals, just still a little bit of veg in. We've got 125 grams of jasmine rice, which I put turmeric in my rice cooker, and we've got 200 grams of lean beef, a little bit of sauerkraut, and 150 grams of frozen mango. So that is meal number 3 on high day. It is just after, it's 2:40 now, so we are halfway through our meals after this, halfway through our water, do another few hours work, probably get another meal in here, and then it is home, last 2 meals, walk the dogs with Karen, have an Epsom salt bath, try to get to bed at a decent hour and get some decent sleep tonight, and make sure we're getting nice and fresh, filling up for the back end of the week. So yeah, everything is good. Monday's going well, getting through loads of work today, thank God. I got a nice bit done this morning, so that means when we fly to the UK on Thursday, I can literally turn off my work emails and just relax and be as stress-free as possible. And that is the key to a perfect peak week, especially now, even with the food going in, start of the week, get all your work done, leave as much stress here at home you can, get everything done as much as possible so you can literally switch off and enjoy the weekend. And this is my last peak week, could be my last peak week for till 2027 potentially, so I am going to enjoy this, enjoy the build up, enjoy the food, enjoy each meal. And that is the worst thing. Once you start eating carbs, you've just, your appetite just, you think you're hungry before you eat carbs. When you start eating them, it's just like, oh my God. So yeah, I'm going to enjoy this meal now, first kind of savoury meal of the day, really looking forward to it, and I will catch you then for the next meal, which is pretty much the same thing anyway. What is up guys? Well, that was meal number 4, but I completely forgot to record it, but it was the exact same as meal number 3 anyway. So it is 6:10 now. Finally finished up in work. So I got loads done today. Have a good bit to do tomorrow, but then I should be pretty much wrapped up. So I'm literally gonna lock up the place here now and head home. It's getting dark now, but I'll still get some steps done outside. I think I've like 7,000 or 8,000 done, so I've only a couple thousand steps to do. CPAP nose again, and get the last 2 meals in. So last 2 meals are kind of the biggest meals. 2 rice pudding meals, so I really look forward to these now. I enjoy them on my high day, and I'm certainly going to enjoy them today because I am starving. When you start eating carbs, I think I said that earlier, your body, especially today, given how flat I was, and I look back at some of the footage there earlier that you've already seen, and I was flat, but there is new level of detail, even my chest striations as well. So yeah, very excited now to get this kind of day over, a good night's sleep tonight, and see how we look tomorrow morning after a pump in the posing room in the HQ, which I will record and see Al's feedback, if he's actually fucking in that early, because I think he's like a fucking 10 o'clock flight back from Poland tonight, so I'm sure he will. So that is the plan, guys. I will catch you at meal number 5 shortly. Get the hell out here and get home and see Karen and the lads. Alright guys, meal number 5, we are home. We are going to have this and then an Epsom salt bath, and then the next meal, last meal, and get to bed early and chill, watch some TV in bed with Karen, probably watch some like Asian street food documentary or a vlog, on travel vlog on Japan in bed, because that's where we're going on our honeymoon next year. So we've gone down a rabbit hole looking at travel vlogs in Japan, so we'll have that in bed for the last meal. But now we have our rice pudding, which is 140 grams. I've went with the cinnamon cereal flavour. Probably number 1. Well, maybe coconut almond is number 1. 1 and 2 is definitely between cinnamon cereal and coconut almond. And then with every meal today, I meant to say, obviously I had insulin with meal 1 and 2, so I have my digestive enzymes of 1 cap of magnesium complex, which there is 40% off currently at the minute. And now for the last couple of meals tonight, I will have 500 milligrams of berberine as a GDA, just to keep the carbs shuttled in. There's 20 grams of honey, some cinnamon, some date syrup, and 1.8 grams of salt. So I'll put the breakdown of the food below, and that's what it looks like when it's all done. Oh yes, last 2 meals are good meals, and the last one again is bigger again, so there's 140 and I give 175 in my last meal. So going to enjoy these and hopefully sleep like a baby tonight. So I will catch you guys for the last meal, carb day 1 of the front load, Monday, almost done. 2 more days, 3 more days, we're flying out to the UK. So hard to believe this is the last week of prep. Then I'm back home for a week, if even. Is it a week, babe? No, not even a week. 5 or 6 days, and then we're heading on a family holiday to Portugal. We've got a big fuck off villa between all of us. We're playing a bit of golf. It's going to be the first family holiday we're all kind of even, brothers-in-laws, sisters-in-laws, kids are all together. So really looking forward to it. And then we're back home for a week and a half, I think. And then me and Karen had a holiday booked to Gran Canaria for 4 nights initially before this holiday. So we're away then as well for our own, I suppose, time together after a long prep. So looking forward to that. So lots of travelling coming up. We'll be vlogging loads as well, eating on holidays, training in Portugal. Because obviously we're going to come out this post-show all guns blazing as well, and making sure this health phase rebound is all absolutely as efficient as possible. So I will be showing you how to stay on track on holidays, bring your supplements, travelling, and how you can kind of eat and enjoy yourself and still be able to stay on plan. So that will be all coming soon. But for now, I'm going to eat this, get an Epsom salt bath, get ready for bed and the last meal, and I will chat to you guys then. Alright guys, we are back for meal number 6 and time for bed. So this will conclude the first high day front load Monday. and we are about to have our last, which is the biggest meal of the day pretty much, with some extra peanut butter to kind of let things stick overnight. So what I'm going to do first is have my sleep supplements. So I'll have 2 caps of digestive enzymes with this meal, my magnesium, sleep, ashwagandha and some vitamin C, which I've mixed in my ESN shaker here. This is all 40% off except for the vitamin C. At the minute it's actually 50% off sleep. I will try drop this video before the promo is up. It's a daily deal for Olympia. And then I'm going to have my bedtime tea also as well. We have everything here for the meal, which is now prepared, ready to go. Except I have to put some cinnamon on top. Of course, some ground seed cinnamon. What we have here is 175 grams of rice pudding. We have 30 grams of designer whey, which is the almond coconut flavour. Saving the best for last, I think. I can't choose between that and cinnamon cereal. And then we have 50 grams of dates, 20 grams of honey, 150 grams of blueberry, and 50 grams of nut butter. I am tired after all them carbs, and I'm still sweating after my Epsom salt bath. So we're going to bed nice and fresh. I'm going to try sleep in till 5 tomorrow morning if I can. I have all my meals prepared here. I've got my cream of rice meal that I have post-workout in the fridge for tomorrow. Ready there. I'm going to take my BBC now, and I will also take my growth hormone 1 and 2. So we're still doing that at 6 IU, and Biolabs, of course, code McGee there also for up to 10% off. So I have that fresh box open last night. 6 IU pre-bed, and then I will have, if you can see that, it's a blend of TB 500 and BBC 157, which is good for inflammation, which is obviously very good for running in peak week. So that will help drop off inflammation, let the body rest and recover, and hopefully be fresh as hell on Saturday. So I'm going to get them into me now, guys. Have my last meal. I'll get some fresh air here now. Last few steps, I'm on about 9,500, so 1 lap around my big garden and I will be at 10,000. Get some nice fresh air before bed, and hopefully a good night's sleep tonight, 6-7 hours, and be fresh then tomorrow for a pull session and a check-in with Al. So that is Carb Load Day 1, guys. Thanks a million for watching, and as always, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Good night and God bless, and we will catch you tomorrow. And we are 4 days out tomorrow. Holy shit, the days are coming in thick and fast. Catch you guys tomorrow. Thanks a million.